All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All right, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. All blessings, honor, glory, and power be unto the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh, through his only begotten Son, our Lord and our Savior, whose name is Yahweh Shai. And double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone who taught me truth. And salutations to the elect scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. All right. My name is Amun Gabar, and I'm back with another lesson on this quick, edifying, straight to the point. All right. And as you see in the title, let me go to it real quick. It says, if he cannot deal or can't deal with this now, he damn sure won't be able to deal with what's to come. And I'm talking about the Edomite you see on the screenshot or on the thumbnail. You know, Esau as, you know what I mean, begging and bawling and crying for some type of change. But I'm gonna play the video. It's a video I originally seen from the priest out there in Kansas City, the brother Mahaloya, and yeah, I did a video on it. So I'll play the video real quick. And like I said, I was watching the brother. I watched it out actually, and like I was thinking to myself, if this dude is bawling and begging and crying and pleading for some type of help, if he can't deal with what's happening now, then you damn sure will not be able to deal with what's to come soon. And I thought of the scripture in the book of Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, verse 5. So what I'll do real quick, let me go to the brother's video, and I'm gonna play it on the screen right here, and that's gonna be to spearhead this lesson. So let me go to it. Hold on. Dude look like you saw here losing it. See, Jake, we just take shit as it comes. You know, we deal with it. I mean, it really got to take a breaking point for us to break. But that's why the scriptures call us, the Lord calls us a peculiar people. So let me play this video real quick. And it's in, I believe a brother had put this up on some sort of social media platform, and it's entitled in the caption, "Them curses in current economic climate. It's our turn to fucking eat." And that's what it says. All right. Obviously, you know, there's a whole lot of financial, economic turmoil happening. People are losing it. People are losing, just going broke. I mean, 2020, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022 was an attack on the average American's finances, along with an attack on so many other different shit, biological attack. Every attack you could possibly think of took place. So let me play the video and you just listen.
No, I don't know how any of you guys are going and going and going. I know you gotta be at the same level of mental health as me. Every day it's something new. Between the fucking news and the fucking stupid Biden and stupid Trump. And this country's fucked. Every day we're spending more and more money. None of us are getting ahead. The rich people are the ones that are fucking getting ahead. I'm tired of struggling. I've done everything I can. I'm trying to be a good man. I take care of my daughter. I take care of my wife. The best I can. I can't keep going. Every day it's something new. And then on top of that, as if you're not trying to spend money, you have to. Fucking everything's expensive. I own a painting company, I still can't fucking make it. I'm fucking trying, man. I can't look at my daughter and my wife and know I'm failing. I'm fucking Everybody wake up. It's time to stand up. It's time to be tired of this. It's our turn to fucking eat. I want to eat. I want my family to eat. I want you guys to eat.
Hey, this is
I
beautiful.
don't care what your political affiliation is. I don't care what fucking color you are.
Esau losing it. Now it
If you
don't
are
matter.
not eating and you're struggling, eat with me. Let's struggle together then. Let's be a team.
Now we gotta be a team, right? Now we gotta be a team. Now Esau want to be a team after. See, when this country starts circling the drain, that's when Esau want to team up. Team up. And all of a sudden niggas want to team up, right? But when Jay, like brothers in the comment section have put up, like tell us, pull yourself up by the bootstrap. You know what I'm saying? Pull yourself up by the bootstrap. It is what it is. Like the brother said on the comment board, nothing ain't even happened yet, bro. I mean, nothing ain't even happened yet. All right? Nothing ain't even happened yet. That's why I titled the video what I titled it, bro. You know, nothing ain't even happened yet. So niggas like this ain't gonna stand a chance when shit go down. You know, crackers like this, you know, niggas like that, you know, heathens like that, whether they Israelites or, you know, Israelite foreigners or whatever. If they ain't part of the Lord's elect, they ain't gonna make it. They ain't gonna make it. You know, so again, the title of my video that I got up here on the screen, you know, is if he can't deal with this now, if he can't deal with this now, how the hell, or he damn sure won't be able to deal with what's to come. And you know, whether, you know, like we always teach here at GMS Great Millstone, the whole truth, the truth, and nothing but it, right? Now you got Israelites scattered among all the nations that could look like heathens, and et cetera, right? But this is besides the point, whether he's a heathen or not. This, you know, Esau out here is losing it. Esau is losing it. Now Jake, we got tough skin. We got tougher skin. When niggas going through shit, we deal with it. We find a way. We make a way. More than likely, Jake would rather do some grimy, foul shit than to sit up on the screen crying and begging and he looked like he just got on his lunch break, drank, you know, average Joe 6-pack, drank a 6-pack and just spewing his heart out to social media. Jake don't do shit like that. We deal with it. It is what it is. But nonetheless, that's besides the point. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have Esau out here straight losing. So let me get a quick precept real quick, and I got a few bookmarked that I'll read, and whatever brothers put up on the comment board, and Yahweh Shemel Shai Barakathon to the brothers, and a few sincere sisters shalom to you. So let me go to Lamentations, the book of Lamentations real quick. All right. This is Lamentation chapter 4 and verse 21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. All right, which represents the Edomites, or the nation of Edom. Rejoice and be glad, all you Edomites. All you Edomites, be happy, rejoice, be glad, celebrate, hoorah. This is the last hoorah for you Edomites, all right? That dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. What's that cup? The cup is the cup of trembling at the Lord's hand, which is slavery, captivity, and the curses ultimately. We drank of that cup, all right? Now the cup that we drank shall pass through unto thee. It says, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and shall make thyself naked. Just like we were drunken of the cup, we drank of it, you know, from the wrath of the Lord, and the Lord's hand, he gave us the cup to drink, and we had to drink all of it. You're gonna have to drink of that cup too. And thou shalt make thyself naked. Right? Now let me real quick go to the curses or the blessings, but the curses, right, which is gonna befall the heathens, and it's gonna reverse and come upon us as blessings. All right, because like they say, the so-called the white man's hell is the white man's heaven is the black man's hell. All right, so there's gonna be a major role reversal real soon. So let me read this. Deuteronomy. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, and verse. I'm starting at the top. It says, and this shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessings and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations whither the Lord thy power will have driven thee. And we are calling the curses and the blessings to mind. The curses, we are going through the curses. We have gone through the curses. And the last and final curses that's going to befall the nation of Israel as a whole is going to be called the time of Jacob's trouble. And of course, when the Lord shoot missiles over here in the land of America to destroy the 2/3. All right, after that, that's it. So we at the time where the Lord is getting ready to bring forth the final curses, and the final and last curses, like I said, is going to be that time, Jacob's trouble. And of course, the Jacob's trouble is going to be exactly that, Jacob's trouble. But then it's what the Lord is going to use to purge out the 2/3 from among the nation of Israel. But guess what? You're going to have heathens that are going to be caught up in the crossfires. All right, they're gonna be going through it. They're gonna be catching hell. It's gonna be the whole world's trouble. Everybody's gonna be going through the shit. All right, but the Lord have something special against the 2/3 of His own people, the ones that sold Him out. So it's gonna get ugly for 2/3, and heathens gonna get caught up in the crossfire. And the elites do not care about the average Joe six-pack crack out. He don't care about you. You don't care about how you feel. You just casualties of war. All right, just like the 9/11 situation, all the Edomites that was up in there, they were casualties of war. That's it. All right. So verse 2 says, and shall return unto the Lord thy power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and shall obey his voice according to all that I commanded thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that then the Lord thy power will turn thy captivity, meaning he's gonna turn away our captivity. All right, we're gonna be captives to sovereign, to free. Okay, it says, and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations, whither the Lord thy power hath scattered thee. So the Lord is gathering all of his elect, and the elect is being gathered first and foremost via the word. All right, there's truth, the internet going out there, being broadcast, the YouTube, and from the apostles on down, and just pushing the whole Israel thing. All right, people are waking up. Israelites are waking up. So that's the spiritual part of the gathering. But the Lord is going to physically gather his elect that's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, via the way of the chariots, which, Lord's will is to be another video. But last night, I go to my spot that I, like to go and, meditate and do videos and all that. And when I say I seen the most chariots I've ever seen, back to back at one time, I mean, I seen the most. I mean, I lost count. It was a clear sky. It was me and my woman in clear sky. No clouds, dark, stars everywhere. But these chariots were traveling in all directions. Not as a fleet, but just back to back to back. Just in different directions. Most of them was traveling east. Where I was at by the mountain view, whatever. Most of them was traveling east. So the Lord's chariots, they out there, man. All right, and those are going to be the things, the vehicles that are going to gather us together, Lord willing, we elect, and deliver us up out of Babylon. So, those were, I got some chariot scriptures and deliverance scriptures and things like that for another lesson. But let me read on. It says, verse 4, if any of thine be driven out unto the utmost part or the outmost parts of the heaven, from thence will the Lord thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. All right, the deliverance. Verse 5 says, and the Lord thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do good. He will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. And the Lord thy power will circumcise thine heart, and the heart of thy seeds, meaning the law, statute, and commandments are going to be put in our inward parts. All right, this is all the curses that's been lifted up from us, and the blessings that's coming upon us. The ultimate blessing is that right there, is the Lord circumcising our heart, taking away the stony heart and giving us the heart of flesh. Because that right there is the cheat code to everlasting life, never going off again. When the Lord put the laws, statute, and commandments in the inward parts, that's it. We ain't never going off again. We have been programmed to live eternally, because the wages of sin is death. So if we never going to sin because we have the law, statute, and commandments embedded in us, and we in our own land, all right, the earth belongs to us, no heathens ruling over us, telling us, bringing up their laws and their statutes and legislations for us to follow, we going to be all righteous, and we never going to go off, so we never going to die. All right, that's the blessing. That's the ultimate blessing, because that blessing right there is going to pave the way for all the other blessings to come about. All right, the first one is to never sin it again. That's what separated us from the Most High, Yahweh Shah, to begin with, is sin, this flesh. All right, so reading on, it says, and the Lord thy power will circumcise thine heart and the heart of thy seed, to love the Lord thy power with all thine heart, with all your mind. All your mind, you're going to be programmed to love the Lord. And the scripture says, if you love me, keep my commandments. So that's loving the Lord. You're not sitting up there all day talking about, I love you, God, I love you, I love you, I love you. Love is an action, all right? So it's doing the will of the Most High. So it says, and with all thy soul that thou mayest live. Verse 7 is the point. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And that's happening right now. Esau is starting to feel them curses. These nations are starting to feel them curses. They're hurting. All right, especially these Edomites. They're hurting. You know, Esau don't want to see Jake doing well. And once Esau is brought a base to the level of Jake, that's when he wants to, you know, show that fake ass sympathy and try to recruit Jake. You know, when I say Jake, of course, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, but mainly so-called Negroes. That's when they try to recruit you into joining forces with them to try to bring about some type of revolutionary act because things aren't in favor for them at the moment. When we was just, you know, on the short end of the stick, getting a grunt of this wicked ass society, none of these heathens gave a fuck. All right, the heathens, the all the other heathens outside of Esau, they didn't give a f. You know, like the scriptures tell us about Lazarus, that the dog came and licked his wound. All right, spiritually, Lazarus represents us. We represent Lazarus. All right, the Israelites and the dogs of the heathens which came and licked our wounds. We were already afflicted, and they just made it worse. All right, they came to lick that wound. When you got a wound and it's it's being licked or it's being moisturized or whatever by, you know, saliva or whatever, it takes forever to heal. It got to dry up and just be left alone in order to really heal. But these heathens came and, you know, just salivated all over us, salivated over our downfall, and made the healing process that much more tedious, longer, and just prolonged and just fucked us up. You know, so all these heathens are gonna get it. We not sharing no sympathy for you. We don't care about you. Them tears that this devil was displaying, I don't give a fuck about that. We don't give a fuck about that. It's about time that the world start to feel what we've been feeling, you know, this whole time. To hell with them. So I read that again. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon our enemies. So everything that we went through, all the curses that's written in the book of Deuteronomy, that we went through as a nation, all the heathen nations are going to go through them curses in the kingdom of heaven. So whatever we went through as a nation, just think about it. We ain't got to list all the curses, but just think about the curses that we went through as a nation. They're going to have to go through that shit. All right? Every last one of it, every last drop and tittle of it, they're going to have to go through it. All right? It says, and thou shalt return and obey the voice of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day. All right? And then it goes on. You know, the Lord is ultimately going to bless us. But before he does that, before we get the kingdom, before we get the blessings, all hell got to break loose in this society. All right? Our enemies got to feel it. They got to be destroyed. The kingdom got to be destroyed. And it's happening. It's happening. Dude can't even deal with financial straits. How the hell are you gonna deal? If he's crying over financial straits, then when that dollar crumbles and collapses, then he's done. You know, he's done. And this is scripture I really thought about. Let me just.
How many of you guys are going and going and going?
Good.
I know you gotta be at the same level of mental health as me. Every day it's something new between the fucking news and the fucking.
Hey, that's the story of our life. Story of our life, right? You know, I thought about this precept right here. Like the title says, how he ain't gonna be able to deal with what's to come. Now, the scriptures say in Jeremiah 30, verse 5, right? It says, for thus saith the Lord, we have heard the voice of trembling, of fear and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with a child. Or wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail? All faces are turned into paleness. And this didn't even happen yet. Okay, this didn't even happen yet. But I thought about the scripture because it's clear to see how these men, so-called men, all right, are gonna fold, and just mentally collapse and mentally break down. Okay, because he's over there crying like it says again, ask ye now and see whether do a man travail with child. You would think this nigga got shot in his damn, lower back or some shit, and you just sitting up there crying and probably had, like I said, a couple shots of Jack on his lunch break or a 6-pack, and he's just spewing his emotions. But nonetheless, it's real. It's real out here for motherfuckers. All right, ask ye now and see whether a man do travail with child, because the time is coming where all of that is gonna look like child's play, and men are gonna be out here, in pain, in distress, right? Because of the things that are getting ready to happen on this earth. And this ain't nothing. That's just one situation. And see, social media allow these people to get himself a voice, a platform for us to see these things. We laughing. The scriptures say that in Proverbs, the 1st chapter, that I will laugh at your calamity. And guess what? You're gonna have Israelites that are gonna do the same thing. You know, there's how many videos out there with Israelites, so-called, you know, I'm gonna say Israel, Jake, right? Because they ain't Israelites to the Most High, but Jake out there, whether male or female, crying because they catching so much hell, they going through shit. You know, we don't pity them. It is what it is, all right? Because a person of the Lord ain't gonna be out there, you know, crying and you know, asking for shit and begging, and they're gonna be doing the work, all right? Brothers are gonna be doing the work. You don't see brothers doing, you know, videos putting it out there. Please send me a fundraising, you know, fundraiser. I'm going through all types of shit. We dealing with it. All right. Same thing with the women. Y'all ain't doing that shit. Okay. So do men travail with child? Do they have child? Do they give birth? No. So what the hell is going on with the men in this society? Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins? You know, his hand is in a fetal position, probably rocking back and forth, curled up, you know, in a corner somewhere. What's going on with you, man? You know, what's happening? Your hands on your loins as a woman in travail. And all faces turn to paleness because of what's happened, what's about to come on this earth. You know, that astonishment that's about to take hold of these people. And then verse 7 says, at last, for that day is great. It is very great. That day that's coming is great. It's great. It's bigger than your little financial straits. Because little that you people know is that your financial situation that's happening right now is about to be turned over into a digital society, a digital world, a digital everything is going to be digital. Everything is going to be digital. I don't care what it is. All forms of payment is going to be digital. It's called central bank digital currencies. Obviously, the name is in the, you know, proof is in the name, and then which ties right up to Revelation 13 verse 16, which is the mark of the beast. And you have bugged out as Israelites that are still in the year 2024, even though this prophecy is speaking loud and clear, still comes spewing madness trying to tell you that the mark of the beast is not a microchip, which it is a microchip. You know, you people are bugged the hell out. Even the average Joe Schmo can see that the chip, the C-HIP, the MOTB is the digital currencies that these people is getting ready to push, right? Within the hands and underneath the skin and so on and so forth. So these other Israelite groups that are still teaching otherwise, they sold out, point blank, period. These niggas sold the hell out. No ifs, ands, or buts. Even the average retarded ass individual who ain't about nothing in this world, in this society, who don't know if he's going to come in and tell you that the mark of the beast is the chip, all right, the RFID chip. So anyway, it says, the last for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right, who's going to be saved out of it is the Lord's elect. All right, the Lord is going to save his elect from out of this coming disaster, this coming distress, turmoil, chaos. You know, hey, the Lord is purifying his men right now and putting us through that fire. So guys like this, again, if he can't deal with this now, he damn sure won't be able to deal with what's to come. All right, damn sure won't be able to deal with not even a minute. Like I put that up in the brother's comment board. He ain't be able to last a minute with Jacob's trouble. Not even a minute, bro. Once he find, you know, he talking about, you know, every day is bad news on the news and da, da, da. When they tell you, when you get that alert, when these people get that alert, that emergency broadcasting alert, you know, on their phones, smartphones, TVs, and radios, and you can't watch your favorite Netflix series because everything is scrambled and geared towards this emergency broadcasting system, that's when shit is going to get real. Like the scriptures say in the book of Amos, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? First of all, the Lord's elect, the prophets are blowing that trumpet. People should be afraid. But the only ones that are going to be afraid now is going to be the believers, because they believe and they're taking heed to the word. But then the non-believers, it's for them is going to take seeing to actually believe, which that's not belief anymore if you start seeing it. All right, so now it's going to take tangible evidence for them to actually start, you know, wanting to actually stick their head out their ass, and that's when they're gonna fear. So to hell with them, to hell with these people, to hell with them. May the Most High damn these people, you know, curse them, destroy them. To hell with these people. Let me read this. 2 Ezra chapter 15, and I'll start at 10, pointed in verse 12. It says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, which the Lord's people, all right, possessively speaking, is talking about the Israelites. Those are his people that's always been his people. From the beginning of the book to the end of the book, always his people. Okay? The Israelites. So the Lord's people is led as a flock to the slaughter all the time, like a sheep. It says, I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, which this is talking about America, modern day Egypt, Revelation chapter 11. Okay, their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. spiritually, all right? So there's a spiritual Sodom in Egypt, which was written about over 2,000 years ago. There's a spiritual Sodom in Egypt existing today, and it's called America, all right? It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm. That mighty hand and a stretched out arm is when the Lord come back with the chariots, like I quoted earlier, that the Lord said He gonna gather His elect from the four winds of the earth. That's that mighty hand and that's that stretched out arm. So the angels are gonna be covering the earth and beaming up the Lord's elect, and from there shoot up into outer space, so-called outer space, above the firmament, to meet Yahweh Shah in the air, like the scriptures say, there shall we meet the Lord in the air. All right. So it says, and right, the Lord's gonna do what? And smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. So all the land, which lines up with Zechariah the 13th chapter, that shall come to pass that in all the land, two parts shall be cut off and die. So all the land is talking about America, because the whole landmass of the earth is not going to be destroyed. All right, America is going to be destroyed totally. So it says, verse 12, Egypt shall mourn. All right, Egypt, not the landmass. The landmass, even though the earth is mourning, the nature itself is mourning, but it's not talking about that. It's talking about the people, the Egyptians, the people that's dwelling in this place, all right, in America. So Egypt, these American people, they're gonna mourn. They shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plagues and punishments that the Most High shall bring upon it. All right, so these people are gonna mourn. They're gonna cry. We seen this nigga mourning, this sucker. All right, mourning and crying. You know, oh well, too bad. It is what it is. All right, it is what it is. Fuck you want me to do? What you want us to do? We ain't gonna do a damn thing, but we gonna laugh at your calamity. All right, the time has to come. The time has to come where we gonna be sitting up here laughing at these people calamity. You know, do lessons on their ass. You know, and just laughing. You know, after the lesson's over, probably crack a cold one ourselves or a little shot or something and laugh at these people. To hell with them. You know, to hell with these people. They've been too complacent and too comfortable and wicked this whole time. So now it's time for them to really feel the wrath of the Lord. And like we saying, this ain't shit. This ain't nothing. Nigga want to cry on screen, on camera, that ain't nothing. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plagues and punishment that the Heavenly Father shall bring upon it. All right, so that's getting ready to come. All right, destruction, plagues, pestilence. Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do too? I was looking at this. Matter of fact, the priest, the elder bro, Barack Obama, had sent this in the chat room. I think it was yesterday. But you see, at least they got a whole lot of shit prepared for these people out here, bro. They got a whole lot of shit. Look at this right here. Right? It was a video that a dude had put up. Probably a TikTok video or something like that. And he was doing something like he went to Google, right? And he went in the search bar and he typed in years. He typed in years, as in 2024, right? And he went to Google Images. So I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna show you something, right? So right here, you see Google Images. It says 2024. I searched it, and you know this came up, right? 2024, whatever. Just regular 2024 stuff came up. So next thing he did was he went from 2024 to 2025. So I'm gonna do that. Showing you that, you know, some shit is definitely getting ready to go down. And I'm gonna search it right here. Look. So now I put in 2025, right? Look what pops up. I can't read it because it's backwards and it's small. So let me turn it around. It says 2025 Carl Berryman. The first one right here. It looked like you got a gas mask on. Apocalyptic type background and scenery, right? So the next one is this one right here. This dude is looking like he's putting on a mask, right? Right here. He look like he's putting on a mask. Hold on, Slakia. And at the very top, it says right here, the world enslaved by a virus. All right, the world enslaved by a virus. And this is when you type in the year 2025. And there's another one. There's a couple more. Hold on. You know, this is all predictive programming / the revelation of the method. Esau revealing what he's about to do before he do it. So hold on, look, got another one. Armageddon, right there. Armageddon. See right there in the globe, it says Armageddon. It says Lockdown 2025. Another apocalyptic looking scenery. Right? 2025. Let me see if there's any more. There's one right here. It says, this one says, this is not a test. And it says, I think it says, God help you bastards. Right here. See that? More apocalyptic looking type of shit. And this is just when you type in 2025 and you go to Google Images. I ain't put nothing else but just a year. A year. That's it. That's all I put. All right. And look at this one. This one is another one. It says 2025, and it looked like a world or a globe encapsulated by something, but it looked like it's digital. It looked like some type of digital technology inside that bubble. You know, with buildings and shit. It looked like some type of futuristic type of thing. So another 2025. Let me see. I think there's a couple more. Let me see. This is Trump. It says Project 2025, whatever that means. Maybe something that may come up in the future. We may hear about this or whatever. I'm not sure what that means. I know Agenda 2030, and they say they're gonna push it to 2025. Could be that. Who knows? You know, if you brothers know what Project 2025 is, by all means. All right. Another one right here. 2025. You know, this dude's dressed up in some military on one side, and the other side where he got a gas mask on. All right. And then this one right here says, I'm gonna click on it. It says you have Trump, Putin. You have the president of China and North Korea right here, right? It says, it's a cartoon, right? It says the year 2025 will be like 2019, only more so, and then it stops. Let me visit the website and see exactly what it was going to say, if I can find it. Let me see. If I can't find it, I'm not going to waste time looking through it because there's a lot to read right here. I don't even got to find anything. It is what it is, because you get the picture. 2025 will be like the year 2019. What happened towards the end of 2019? What they do? What they declare? What happened? Let me see. I think there's some more. There's some more. But anyway, let's just do another thing, right? That was that. Hold on, I ain't done. Let me see something real quick. Hold on. Now I'm gonna put in 2026, and I'm gonna search. All right. So 2026. Let me see. It's just showing it's showing FIFA, soccer, soccer and shit like that, right? They call football overseas. So I'm gonna put in nothing. So nothing really popping up. Let me put it in 2027. So obviously you seen 2025 look like some hell. All right. Now look, go to 2027. 2020 what? Hold on. You go to 2027, and it says circa 2027, the return of, it says here, Christ, right? It shows you the world burning, and the world, the globe, it looked like a skull on it. Like I said, I just put in a year. That's it. I ain't put in nothing but the year, and you go to Google Images, and that's what that guy did on the picture, and I'm just doing it right here. You see, Apocalypse 2027. You see that? Apocalypse 2027. I ain't do nothing but just put in a year. What did I say? 2027. Let me see. 2027. Let me see. Whatever this means right here. Look, AI 2027. This one right here look like a virus logo. Something like a virus logo, and it says 2027. And I'm gonna do 2028. Another showing a lot of soccer things too. Now let me see 2029. I think it stopped at 2029. Right, it shows fire. Like, you saw illustrations as a fire hitting Earth, right? Which we know the fire that's coming is going to be ICBM missiles to destroy Babylon. All right, they're showing some type of asteroid, but it's going to be nukes. Lower than before the year 2029. All right, but you see that? Just predictive programming. That's all I was showing you. 2025 was the most interesting one, if you ask me. So anyway, Jay crying over some bullshit ass little afflictions now. Not Jake, well Jake is too, but that dude, crying over some bullshit affliction that's happening now, then he ain't ready for what's about to go down. So again, back in Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 13, it says, well, 12 it says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plagues and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with fearful consolation, because what's coming ultimately also is one of the plagues that the Lord is getting ready to send, or one of the spirits created for vengeance, which is going to be that famine. All right. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. So it's about to be all out hell in the streets of Babylon the Great. It's about to be all out war, just all hell breaking loose, and then that's when the real testing and the real separation of who's who and what's what is going to start to begin, right? And ultimately it's going to lead up to the hour of temptation, which that's when these elites are going to make the MOTB mandatory. But that's when it gets real. That's when it get hot. That's when it's about to get real hot. Let's see how this year look. Dude talking about, forget about our differences, skin color and political view. Let's come together and eat. It's fat ass, talking about eat. You probably really want to eat something, but, it is what it is. The Lord got his elect. That's all we worried about, is the elect. So, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. Meaning you're gonna do what you want to do. People are gonna do whatever the hell they want to do. They ain't gonna regard the law officials, the cops, police, mayors, the rules, the military, whatever. People just gonna be out here buck wild. Right, buck wild, straight up. And I believe it's very soon. I believe it's soon. On Romans 13, our salvation is nearer than when we believe. But before the salvation comes, this got to happen. So the sooner this happens, the sooner the salvation can come. So a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the house shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. See that? Perfect example is that dude in the picture, in the video. Afraid, crying, scared, looking all soft, looking like the Edomite from the movie The Road, all scared and crying and bugging out. Fuck that, man. The Lord's putting us through our shit right now, so that when this shit happen, Isaiah 33:6 kick into hyperdrive. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. Talking about the men, all right, the men out here, we're gonna be stable-minded, we're gonna be grounded and locked in. All right, locked in and ready for whatever the hell the Lord's about to throw at us, as the heads of our household and, the leaders of Yasharah, the leaders of Israel, the men, the head, it starts with us. We got to be stable-minded for what's about to go down, and everything else will follow. Everybody else is going to follow. The women, the sincere ones, the sisters out there, whatever, your wives and children and all that, they're going to follow. They're going to have to lock in and follow your lead and your footsteps. If not, then they lost in the source. They're going to, whatever happens to them, happens to them, It's gonna get critical out here. A man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able. Losing their mind. They gotta leave here to go there, and they can't get turned back and just bugging out, pacing back and forth, crying, snot crying. Bloodshot red eyes, just crying because they don't know what to do. Crying in front of their family. Now your wife fucked up in the head because you crying like a damn bitch in front of her. Kids crying louder because you crying. There's guys like that. That's a scary situation to be in. A man that don't know if he's going or coming. It's fucked up. That's why the Lord is gonna have to guide his elect, and the Lord will guide his elect as He's guiding His men right now. Everybody ain't got that covering, then they done it. So verse 18 says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled." The worst thing a nigga can say is when shit hit the fan and his family looking to him for instructions, and he crying, talking about, "I don't know what to do." That's the worst thing a nigga can say. I don't know what to do anymore. I mean, you might as well just, fucking walk off a cliff after saying that shit. It says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor." No pity. Is gonna be cold out here. All right, it's gonna be a cold world. I think a brother had said that in the comment book. It's gonna be a cold world out here. It's gonna get cold. A man ain't gonna have no pity on his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with the sword, the gun, some real swords, machetes, whatever, but the modern day sword is the gun, right? And spoil their goods, meaning take their belongings, stick them up, and move, right? Because of the lack of bread, because of the food shortage, because the lockdowns that's coming, the civil unrest that's coming, the looting, the rioting, this, perhaps in the midst of a biological warfare attack, disease outbreak, people are gonna get it how they get it. They're gonna get people gonna get it how they get it. What more can you say? All right. Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. What's tribulation? Trouble. For the great trouble that's coming, people are gonna be bugging. So let me read this also. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19 and verse 14. It says, "The Lord had mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit." So the Lord mingled a perverse spirit in this wicked ass society. That's why this place is going backwards. Perverse is all hell. Everything is just upside down, backwards in this wicked kingdom. All right, and have caused Egypt to err. And everything Egypt do, and this Egypt is talking about America. Everything Egypt, America, Babylon the Great does, it's in great error. All right, against the Most High, it's erring greatly. So this great error is going to cause it to collapse. Right? It says, "And have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit." So as a drunken man, he's totally out of it. He's intoxicated like a mug. Staggering his vomiting, staggering, trembling, all laying and, all that vomit on his clothes, and just bug the hell out, unconsciously just doing some bugged out shit. That's how Babylon is going to be. It says, "Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, all right, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do." So work is going to cease completely to stop out here. There's going to be no work. People are going to be losing it. They're going to lose their jobs. They're going to lose their finances. They're going to lose, another lockdown happen, it's gonna be that much more worse. It's gonna be, and guess what? It's gonna be a lot more harder on those that resisted the Jews the first time around. Watch, and it's okay because that's the Lord is building us up for this shit. All right, the first time around it was whatever, you know what I'm saying. The second time around it's gonna be a little more critical, and perhaps maybe, the third time, I'm just throwing a number out there. It could be, once a real shit happened, people are really dropping dead left and right. And they telling people to take this, take that, take this, take that. Eventually, what's going to have to be taken is going to be the MOTB, and it's going to be a test for everybody. But you see, the Lord said, "Because you kept the word of my patience, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation." So the Lord is going to preserve our spirit and our mind and our sanity from collapsing and succumbing to what's about to happen. So we gonna be good, more than good. We gonna be Gucci, slang lame. Jake be like, "We Gucci, we gonna be good." Niggas out here gonna be bugging out. Those that ain't trusting the Lord gonna be bugging out. All right, so eventually there's gonna be no work out here, and let it be, let it be, because we tired of slaving for this damn Edomite anyway. So neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head, ain't not one of us gonna wake up in the morning after a society, collapse of this kingdom have been declared and crying because we didn't get to clock in at work today. We didn't get to go job hunting and shit like that. No, fuck no. We gonna rejoice. We gonna rejoice because the Lord is finally bringing it to pass. I know I am. I know I'm gonna rejoice, Lord's will. I speak as a man through the Spirit. I know my spirit. I know I'm gonna rejoice like a mother. All right. It says, "In that day shall Egypt be like unto a woman," right? Like unto women. All right, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the wrath, because of the shaking. Because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts. Now Jeremiah 30, liken a man unto a woman. Why do I see men on with their hands on their loins, in that fetal position, like a woman in travail with a child? Why, right? So in that day, Egypt, which is talking about America, shall be like unto women, weak, crying, feeble. When danger happens, women are screaming, bugging, yelling at the top of their lungs, and seeking for some type of help or refuge somehow, somewhere. All right, no society has proven otherwise. Okay, America ain't no different. When shit hit the fan in any society, women then turn into Xena warrior princesses and started getting busy. No. America ain't gonna be no different because that lopsided feminist mentality is going to disappear in a snap of I ain't gonna say overnight. In a snap of a finger, that feminist mentality is going to just wither away, just like that, and they're gonna be bugging the hell out. So, in that day shall Egypt, Babylon the Great, shall be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts. which he shaketh over. So the Lord's about to shake shit up. He's about to rock this place and shake everybody up. Everybody gonna be shaken up. Everybody gonna be shaken up what's about to come. All right? And it says, in the land of Judah shall be a terror to Egypt. Jacob's gonna rise up. Jacob's gonna wild out. Jacob's gonna bug out. Jacob's gonna trip and catch wreck out here. All right? Everyone that make mention of the Lord shall be afraid in himself because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he hath determined against it. Determined against what? Babylon the Great. The counsel is destruction. That's what's going to happen. All right? So I believe that's all the precepts that I originally had pulled up. So now I'm going to go over to the comment board and read a few. All right? Read a few of them scriptures and then I'll close it up. Yep. Obviously, I can't scroll all the way to the top because, the previous comments kind of got washed, wiped away with, flooded with the comments, or so the water is always brothers for putting out them scriptures and contributing to the lesson. So let me see. This is America is the vil, America is the devil. He put Jeremiah 11 and 14. It says, therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble. You see, point blank, period, no comma. And that's all people, and remember Jake too, especially Jake, when Jake, because this was talking about Israelites, when Jake started crying and trying to talk about they praying to whatever God they worship, the Most High ain't gonna hear them. The Lord ain't gonna hear them. So don't cry for them. Don't make no supplication. Don't pray for them, and don't say, God bless you. I hope everything works out. Nope. Don't do none of that. Don't do none of that. All right. See them turn a blind eye. Well, I ain't see shit. I ain't saying shit. Most High put you in that situation. It is what it is. All right. Don't see nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't hear nothing. This is Isaiah 24 and 11. There's a crying for wine in the street, and all joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. You see, and that's what's going to happen. They're going to be crying for wisdom, knowledge, understanding. They're going to be crying for all types of things. And ultimately, the Lord is darkening and destroying and bringing down, dimming the mirth of Babylon. The mirth of Babylon the Great is dimming out. Like a candle that's going out, when it gets to the very bottom, the wicks start getting low and then start running out of candle wax, it start getting dim. It loses that flare, that fire. So it loses it. Babylon lost its fire. It lost its juice. It's ready to go. All right, let me read this from Mazan Amath, Isaiah 33 and 6, one of my favorite precepts. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The wisdom and knowledge is going to be keep you stable body in these times to come. And it's going to be the strength of your salvation. The thing that's able to save you is going to be wisdom and knowledge. Of course, being part of the elect, but that wisdom and knowledge, which only the elect could obtain that. It says, the fear of the Lord is his treasure. The Lord only gave that, the fear of him, to his chosen, to his elect. Okay? This is Ecclesiasticus. Matter of fact, I'm going to read Habakkuk 2 and 3, GMS Spiritual Arc 144K. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. The visions of the prophecies, and it's set for an appointed time, and all the time that is set for, that's when it's going to come to pass. So we at the latter end of the prophecies coming to pass, and it's all going to come to pass. We at the end. We're about to see the end time prophecies speak loud and clear, which we are right now. All right, it's not going to tarry. If you feel like it's tarrying, just hold on. Wait, have patience, because it's going to come, and you're gonna be super blessed and happy, and rejoicing that you waited and you continue fighting and you ain't throwing the towel. All right, like other men did, and women. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, right? The keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. And those that look out the window be darkened. Now the keepers of the house is talking about those that run this place, right? The powers that be. They even when this thing come to pass, when the Lord brings his judgment, they gonna tremble, because they know it's the Lord's judgment. They know what's coming. They know they're gonna be in their bunkers hiding, secured and locked down. They're gonna be shitting bricks. All right. And the strong men shall bow themselves, the mighty men, the military. It says, and the grinders cease, the workers cease, stop, because they're few. And those that look out the window be darkened. All right, the window meaning what? The window to the eyes to the window. You know, just looking out, and the visions for your prosperous new world order is crumbling right before your eyes, being darkened. The Lord is going to darken the wisdom, the light of this place is going to be darkened out. Esau going to be confounded. All right, these elites are going to be confounded. So let me read GMS Spiritual Arc 144K. It reads Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world, no to this time, nor shall ever be. Okay, it says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And yes, indeed. All right, yes, indeed, the days are being shortened as far as time is flying like crazy. Time is just going by. The hours of the days seem like it's shortened. The weeks seem short. You know, the Lord is doing this for the elect's sake, man. You know, and great tribulation is right around the corner. You know, the Lord is getting ready to just turn the biatch up. You know, like the bro said here, let's not forget the draft bill. They're about to pass that. It's for women as well. Yeah, you know, I did the video on that. They're about to draft men and women. It is what it is. You know, whoever get drafted, they have to face the angels if they make it that far. You know. So I'm getting a couple more, and then that's gonna be that. You know, be almost out of here, bro. A long time coming, right? Oh, yeah, how about Shemel Shai brother thumb to all y'all brothers. Let me read, I quoted this earlier, Romans 13:11, and that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. All right, this thing is close. This thing is very close, bro. And the Lord's getting ready to shut this place down. This is be like-minded, Joel 1 and 15. At last, for the day is great, for the day of the Lord is at hand, and as a destruction from the Almighty shall it come. It's wild. I'm saying good, beautiful. You know, that day is great. This place is going out with a bang, bro. And all these nations are going to get it. All these heathens are going to get it. That's here. Every last one of them. Those that die here in America, they're going to have to be born again by the ones that make it outside of America. All right, heathens and Israelites. This judgment that's coming, this World War III judgment is crucial. Is designated for the wicked. All right, it's designated and designed for the wicked. So I'm probably end it on this one right here. Excuse me. Be like-minded, put up Baruch chapter 4, verse 33. It says, for as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. It's talking about these heathens, all right, starting with Esau, Edom. They rejoiced at us at our downfall, so they're going to be grieved at their own desolation. We've seen them being grieved at their own desolation. Anybody ask any one of us and show that grief and the sorrow about America being destroyed? In our minds, of course, we're using wisdom, but in our minds, man, we laughing. We like, man, fuck this place. I mean, you know, I don't know how, you know, depending on your situation and how tight you are with the individual you're talking to, but it's just going to cause problems being up front. So that's why, man, fuck even talking to these people. You know, ain't nothing to say. Their kingdom is going down. Let them mourn in silence. You know, you ain't got nothing to say. Fuck it. Got nothing to say. Enjoy your little morning, your little moment of silence. You know, morning. I ain't got nothing to say. Whatever. But in the back of my mind, I'm laughing like a motherfucker. You know, and taking mental notes of this shit. You know, these people about to lose it. You know, they are grieved or grieving for their own desolation. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You know, beautiful. It makes me happy to see that. It makes me happy to see these people grieve. It makes me very happy to see that. You know, they finally get a dose of medicine we had to drink. So anyway, it says, for I would take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning, which is happening right now. You've seen the little video, which is one out of probably millions happening right now. It says, for fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. right? Because what's to come ultimately is gonna be that fire, more fire. The Lord's about to burn this place up, blazing, ever blazing, straight up burn this place up, man. You know, for a long period of time. This is Isaiah 14:5. The Lord had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers, which is talking about the powers that be, these Edomites, that staff, right? The system, the structure, all right, that support system that they got set up, the thing that they're leaning on, the Lord is breaking that shit. And the scepter is what the kings have, you know, which is like a staff, but a more fancier staff, but like a scepter. You know, the kings have the golden scepter, the golden rod, the rod of iron, whatever, you know, which they use, and they sit there on their throne with the scepter. The Lord broke that. He's breaking it. He's destroying it, which was talking about America, the rulership of this place, right? It says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, which is talking about these devils, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hinder it. So now he that did all this, all right, ruled us with a continual stroke, beat us, beat our heritage out of us, all right, destroyed us. You see, he that did all that, and he that ruled the nations, starting with Israel, all right, and these other nations, even the world is going to be happy. I'm talking about the earth, the actual earth, the trees. Scripture said the trees break out into singing, you know. The nations are going to break, you know, just be more happy when, they're going to be happy when they get their ass whooped. I'm saying after that 1,000 years is over and we give them their plot of lands back, and they got to pay tribute unto us and follow our laws and statutes and commandments, they can be way much more happier than they were ruling under Esau, Edom. All right, ain't gonna be no wars. There ain't gonna be no war. Ain't gonna be no Ham going to war with Ishmael behind our backs. You know, waging war and trying to conquer each other's kingdom and none of that shit. Nope, that's all going out the window. All right, so he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hinder it. So now Esau's turn to be persecuted. So we ain't shedding a tear. Let this place go down. Let it go down. Yahweh Shem Yahshai Ratazah. Lord's will, may this be the year. The hopeful, you know, it is the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble that has been coined, and things is building up to that said Jacob's trouble, and it's a wrap for this place, man. It is a wrap. All right, it is a wrap. You know, these dusty ass, crusty ass.
How many of you guys are going and going and going?
Edomite men, women, and children.
I know you gotta be at the same level of mental health as me.
And like, and
every day it's
this is the type of person to. This is the type of person to lose it all, go home and cap his whole entire family. Just cap him, you know? Put him in a pine box. You see? He that type of guy right there. Just because he lost a little something. Just because shit is hard. He that type of guy. And it's gonna get cruel out here, man. It's gonna get real cruel.
Between the fucking news and the fucking stupid Biden and stupid Trump. And this country's fucked. Every day we're spending more and more money. None of us are getting ahead. The rich people are the ones that are fucking getting ahead. I'm tired of struggling. I've done everything I can. I'm trying to be a good man. I take care of my daughter. I take care of my wife. The best I can. I can't keep going. Every day it's something new. And then on top of that, as if you're not trying to spend money, you have to. Fucking everything's expensive. I own a painting company, I still can't fucking make it. I'm fucking trying, man. I can't look at my daughter and my wife and know I'm failing.
Alright, that's enough of that big ass fucking baby. That's enough of that motherfucker. But I'm gonna end it here, you know. That's it. Lord's will. You know, that was tonight's lesson. You know, I pray and hope to Yahweh Shem Yahshai B'Shem Rakakwadash. You know, that this was an edifying lesson to the Lord's elect. You know what I'm saying? We're almost out of here. And these people are about to get ready to feel it. As we've been feeling it in righteousness. The Lord chastising us and, you know, refining us for what's to come. You know, while these people are just getting jacked up because the Lord ain't ain't with them. You know, it's a difference. There's a difference between getting jacked up because I love you versus jacked up because I hate your ass. You know, I hate you, so I'm gonna beat your ass up. I love you, so I'm gonna beat your ass up and hope that you get corrected versus me just washing you up. So these people about to be washed up by the Spirit of the Lord and these death angels, and that's that, man. So with that, Yahweh Shemi Al Shai, Barakathum. To the Lord's elect, till next time, Shalom.